Today is June 6th, 2025. Exactly 81 years ago on this day, the Allies launched the D-Day invasion on the coast of Normandy in France. I'd like to read an excerpt from a diary by James Workman, who was a crewman on a B-24. He was the pilot, and he participated in the D-Day invasion. June 6th, 1944, Tuesday. We didn't go to bed last night. Briefed at 11:45, took off at 03:25, hit the French coast, bombs away at 06:18. D-Day at last, 0 hour, 06:30. I didn't see any enemy opposition at all this morning, no flak directed at us. This group flew 4 missions today. Guess they all did. Fly tomorrow. The weather is stinking. I felt like a kid going to a circus on the manor last night. Everyone excited, ready to go. Never saw so many boats in my life. Looked as though the channel was a mass of boats. Saw them shelling coasts from out a ways. 10-10 undercast. Total overcast of clouds. Before we got to the coast. Hope the weather breaks. Jim Workman was just one of the participants, many participants featured in my book, Bomber Boys, World War II Flight Jacket Art, that participated in the D-Day invasion. I should also mention my friend Bob Punchy Powell, who was a P-51 pilot on that day.
On D-Day, when we flew 16 hours, 3 missions, when I got back, my legs were so stiff I couldn't get out of the airplane. I was sitting in the cockpit that long. And of course we'd gotten out after each mission and had something to eat and gone to the bathroom, that kind of thing, but refueled and rearmed. But after about 16 hours in the air, my legs were so stiff I couldn't get out of the airplane. My crew chief and my armorer climbed up on the wing, reached into the cockpit, lifted me up so I could set me up in the seat so I could step out of the airplane. My legs would not get me up out of the seat.
Bob relayed the story of their takeoff on D-Day. He was a member of the 352nd Fighter Group out of Bodney, England, and he flew P-51 Mustangs that day. He says that they took off at 02:30 in darkness, only lit by one single strand of lights on the grass runway. And after the first flight of 3 took off, the lights were knocked out. The second flight of 3 lined up, and in the confusion after the lights went out, a 4th aircraft joined in, and they all took off simultaneously. One almost hit another aircraft, and in the darkness, one of the aircraft actually flew into the new tower that was under construction and blew up, and the pilot was immediately killed. The resulting fire allowed the rest of the group to get off the ground safely, but just minutes after the operation started for them, they had a casualty. This is just one of the many stories you'll read in my book, Bomber Boys, World War II Flight Jacket Art.